Elmer Menage from Luverne, Minnesota. I'm here. I'm very happy to be a winner of the Hall of Fame award, which I really appreciate.
In 1939, Pete and Vivian Menage welcomed their third child and only son, Elmer. The Menage family lived in Rock Rapids, Iowa. Elmer developed his love and talent in athletics at a very young age. At Wilson High School, Elmer was the anchor in the 440 and 880 relay teams. He even set a record in the 100-yard dash, where he ran it in 10 seconds flat. Elmer was a four-year starter and all-state in basketball and football.
We had played a crosstown rival of Warren City, Iowa, and they had a halfback that was being touted as one of the best halfbacks in the state, and we beat them that game, kind of an upset, but I was lucky enough to make more yardage than he did and outscored him.
Elmer graduated high school in 1956, and his athletic achievements did not go unnoticed. He was offered scholarships to Nebraska, Iowa, and Iowa State, but he loved the area he grew up in and attended prestigious Morningside College in Sioux City, Iowa. He lettered 3 years in football, 2 years in track, and 1 year in baseball. He was also all-conference in baseball and football. His gridiron prowess earned him All-American honors.
I was elected to the All-American Methodist team, 82 schools, Methodist schools in the United States, and I was a running back on the first team, and a guy by the name of Dan Meredith, who played pro football, I'm sure people will know his name, was our quarterback.
Along with being a standout running back, Elmer also kicked field goals.
The big one, I think, was Augustana College when I kicked a field goal to beat them 22-21 and knocked them out of first place in the conference and put us in the second place. We didn't get first place, but put them in the second place. I think that probably was one of the highlights.
It was apparent early that Elmer would pursue a career in athletics.
I think that in 7th and 8th grade, I had a coach that I idolized, like a lot of young kids do, and he gave me a 6th grade team to coach, and he gave me the best players in 6th grade, and we went to Sioux Falls to the Highway tournament, and my team won. His didn't. I thought it was a good deal. He gave me the better players, but that's when I thought that maybe this is what I wanted to pursue, and so I pursued it.
Elmer began his career in 1961 at Nashua, Iowa, as head track coach and football coach. He moved to Garner, Iowa, and took the same positions. Later, he moved on to Kearney State in Nebraska, where he was a graduate student, earning his master's in education before moving to Wartburg College as head track coach and offensive coordinator for the football team. But something about college coaching was just not right for Elmer.
At Wartburg is kind of what got me back into high school, because I had an incident where I was recruiting an athlete and telling his mother about with the job opportunities that they had around Waverly and so forth, and she looked at me and she said, "Hey," she said, "don't tell me all about the ivy hanging on the library walls. How much money are you going to give me for my son to play?" And when I went home and told my wife, "Hey, I'm not doing this all my life." I said, "I'd like to get back into high school." So she kind of helped me get back into high school.
In 1967, Elmer became the head track coach and football coach at Luverne High School. He held those positions for 16 years. His football teams were conference champions and qualified for state in 1972 and 1974. Elmer was named Minnesota Regional Coach of the Year in 1972. As head coach, Elmer liked to keep things loose. His antics included registering disputed calls with his cardinal hat backwards, or a headstand when the game had gotten out of hand. He was even a bit of a prognosticator. Elmer has served on various football committees, including the All-Star Football Selection Committee. He also was selected to coach the 1974 Outstate All-Star Football team. In 1982, he was named Morningside Alumni Coach of the Year, and in 2000, was named to the Minnesota State Football Coaches Hall of Fame, being named as the honorary coach of the 2000 Outstate football team. In 1977, he was named Luverne's Teacher of the Year. On top of all of this, Elmer was also the athletic director at Luverne, a position he held for 30 years. As all athletic directors know and can testify to, it seems they spend more time on the job than with their own family. Their partner takes over the household. For Elmer's wife, Karen, she knew what she was getting into at an early age.
In kindergarten, I came home and told my mother I'd found the girl I was going to marry. Now, what I knew about being married as a kindergartner, I'm not sure. But I told her that, and we started dating into, I guess, junior high, and she's been with me ever since.
Elmer and Karen have 3 children, Kristen, Jeff, and Tom. The love of athletics was inherent in each of them. Kristen's husband is head football coach at Blue Earth. Jeff was an offensive coordinator at UND, and Tom is the offensive coordinator at River Falls. Sadly, Jeff passed away from a heart attack just a couple of years ago.
I'd like to thank so many people. I think I'm going to call it a blanket thanks for all the people that have helped me. The faculty has been good to me, and the coaches, Dave Stead and his staff. Whenever I had a question, I could call up and get taken care of there. The other coaches in my conference, I was on several committees at the high school. I'd like to thank those guys. And I'd like to thank my wife, of course. She is celebrating her 51st anniversary of her 25th birthday on the 25th of March. So it's a good day for us. The award came in. I feel so, I don't even know how to explain how I feel about that award from the committee that elected me to get in here. Todd Oy, the athletic director from Luverne, I'm sure had a big part of it, and Bob Nangle from Pipestone. So I appreciate everything that people have done for me, and I think I had a good job, and I'm really happy to accept this award for not just for me, but for people that I worked with and for my family.
Today, the MnIAAA inducts Elmer Menage into its Hall of Fame.